U.S. News and World Report has just come out with the hottest real estate markets in the United States for 2024, and the Raleigh, North Carolina Metro came in number 2, and the Durham-Chapel Hill Metro came in 4 out of all the markets in the country. On today's video, we're going to go into detail about why this is happening and why Raleigh-Durham is a great place to live. Hello everyone, this is Chris Morton, real estate broker with the Morton Bradbury Real Estate Group. So without further ado, let's get at it. So as we said, we're number 2 and number 4. Why is the Raleigh and Durham Chapel Hill Metros doing so well? Well, it all comes down to the growth and resilience of our markets. We have a ton of people moving into the area. There's a lot of people who are interested in coming and getting a great job opportunity or even setting up their own business here in the Raleigh-Durham area. And a lot of what's really driving this demand, this hot market, is that the demand is outpacing supply. The builders simply are not able to build enough houses for everyone coming in, and there's just not as much inventory of available resale homes on the market as well. All that's leading to higher demand than there is supply, and therefore increasing the heat of our markets. Beyond that, again, you have people coming in for great job opportunities and to have a better quality of life that's oftentimes less expensive than other places they may be coming from. So let's go into detail about some of these factors. Again, number 1, strong and diverse economy. Because of the Research Triangle Park, which is located between Durham, Chapel Hill, and Raleigh, North Carolina, and is a hub for research and technology on the eastern seaboard, if not over the entire country, because of Research Triangle Park, we're getting a ton of people moving in for job opportunities that are posted there in the RTP, or the potential to find a job in this area, because so many companies are still hiring, and unfortunately in other parts of the country they're not hiring. So it naturally is driving people to come to this direction. And again, because it's such a hotbed of technology and innovation there in the Research Triangle Park, you're seeing a lot of startups pop up as well, both internally, where people have lived in the Raleigh area for a while and decided to start a company, or maybe they've decided to come here from out of the area to start their company. It's a great opportunity to do that. This has all led to significant job creation and obviously a stronger economy. Beyond the technology field we've talked about, you've got medical, you've got education, university level and otherwise. Lots of opportunities for people from all different walks of life to make a living and have a good living here in the Raleigh-Durham area. Next reason why our metros are on the U.S. News and World Report: a relatively cheaper cost of living. So one of the big claims to fame we have here in the Raleigh-Durham area is our cost of living is relatively less than you're going to find in other parts of the country. Definitely a lot of the big cities where housing costs, rental costs, food costs are much more than what you have here. In addition to that, our tax structure is less than what you're going to find in other parts of the country, especially our property taxes. All this results in someone could come in from, say, Los Angeles or New York and come to Raleigh or Durham and find that they can live on less money and therefore have more money in the bank at the end of the week. The next reason we're on this list: better quality of life. And we've kind of touched on this already, but U.S. News and World Report ranked the Raleigh Metro as the 13th best area of the country for quality of life. And that's because the people who live in the Raleigh-Durham area are generally happier than people that live in other parts of the country. And so when people are happy, they stay, they put down roots, they create jobs of their own, and the economy just flourishes and quality of life in general just flourishes. Some of the reasons for this quality of life we have here is access to green space. There's tons of parks, tons of walking trails. We have the Raleigh and Durham and Chapel Hill greenways that stretch all through the area, giving you an opportunity to get out and walk, run, bike, whatever you want to do. There's also tons of cultural events going on all the time in our area, as well as our top-ranked schools. All this together, along with our relatively inexpensive real estate costs when compared to other parts of the country, means quality of life is quite high here in our area. Another reason we're showing up on this list from U.S. News and World Report: our bright future. We've kind of touched on it already, but there's just so much opportunity here in the Raleigh-Durham metros. We're just on the rise while other parts of the country unfortunately are on the decline. Opportunities, new things coming in all the time. that leads to a bright, bright future. Next reason we are showing up on these reports are highly rated schools. So it goes without saying, on the university level, we have UNC Chapel Hill, NC State, Duke University, Shaw University, NC Central, Meredith, St. Mary's, on and on and on, Wake Tech, Community College, all kinds of higher learning. But beyond that, we have some very, very high quality schools on the elementary, middle, and high school level. And all this is just encourages people to move here as well and bring their families and put down roots. The next reason cited why we're showing up high on these lists are strong communities. So very unique thing about the Raleigh and Durham metros, we have a lot of mix of people. We have people who were born here. We have people who are from North Carolina and moved a short distance to be here. We also have people from all over the country and all over the world, which has created a melting pot. It's meant that we have diverse food selections, we have diverse personalities, diverse opinions, and all that together, that melting pot increases that quality of life that we talked about earlier. And of course, what that means is if you're thinking about moving to the area, you're going to be more likely to move if you know someone from your hometown that's already living here. The next why we have to share with you is our temperate climate. So on average, we don't get a ton of rain. We don't get a ton of snow. On average, our temperatures aren't too low, aren't too high. We pretty much have a temperate climate here. So unlike other places like Phoenix, Arizona, where it's super hot, or down in Florida where it's hot and humid, most people can get along and be happy living in the Raleigh-Durham area. Now, obviously, if you're into skiing, we only get about that much snow every year or every other year. So we're probably not ideal if you're obsessed with skiing, but you can definitely take a trip 3 hours to the mountains and do all the skiing you want to do. But beyond the skiers out there, in general, most people are going to find our area to be a temperate climate, not something that's going to be a big inconvenience and hassle for them to live, like say one of the super duper cold states. And of course, all this leads to people wanting to live here and live here a longer period of time, put down roots, improving the quality of life as we've talked about earlier. The next reason the Raleigh and Durham markets are such hot housing markets is the entrepreneurial environment we have here. So again, because we're an area of innovation with the Research Triangle Park and the universities, a lot of these entrepreneurial incubators have popped up in our area. And overall, we've created a very collaborative business environment here, which has allowed people to come up with ideas, innovative ideas, start a business, meet business partners and investors here, and make a go of it and be successful here as you could anywhere else in the country, if not more so. Another reason for the hot housing market, notable companies that are moving in this way. So big companies such as Apple, Google, and Disney, among many, many others, have made their mark and made announcements that they're either here or coming here, and trust in our market as being a resilient market to do so. All of these companies put a lot of energy and research into areas they decide they want to invest in. So they don't just willy-nilly decide, hey, let's move to the Raleigh-Durham area. They develop a plan and decide this area is one of the strongest areas to move to, which of course, by these companies deciding to come, it puts a big giant red flag up to everyone else. Hey, Raleigh-Durham's a cool place to move to, which causes more businesses to move, which causes employees to move, which causes the area to get even stronger and stronger. You can assume if these companies are planning to move here, they definitely see the Raleigh-Durham area as a strong place for growth and increased growth over the future. Next reason Raleigh and Durham have such hot housing markets are accessibility. So our area is geographically ideally suited for transportation around the East Coast. And of course, because of our airport, Raleigh-Durham International Airport, you can get pretty much anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. But back to our accessibility. We are so centrally located in not only the state, so you can easily get to the coast in a couple of hours, to the mountains in a couple of hours, but because we're centrally located on the East Coast, you can drive to pretty much anywhere on the East Coast in 10, 12 hours, and that is a huge benefit for our area. It brings a lot of people in, and it's yet another reason why so many people want to live here in our area. And again, back to the Raleigh-Durham International Airport. Our airport is one of the fastest growing airports in the entire country, if not the world. You can have many, many non-stops or one-stop shots to pretty much anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, and of course gives you the opportunity to come here easily to explore the area, decide if you want to live, and many people do decide to live here, but also gives you an opportunity to go back to where you're from, see family again, all of that sort of thing. Or if you have to head out on a business trip, it's easy to go from Raleigh-Durham International to pretty much anywhere for business. So how does all this information affect you? Well, if you're considering moving somewhere in the country, you want to make a change, the Raleigh-Durham metro areas are an ideal place to move and a solid place to invest for long-term growth, happiness, and overall quality of life. So if you're considering a move either into or out of the Raleigh area, my real estate team and I would be honored to be your agents of choice. You can email us at hello@mortonbradbury.com, give us a call on the phone number below, or click on the link in the description. We'll be happy to help you get things started. Check out this video. We think you're really going to like this one as well. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.